Chef Cheryl, and it's time for Kitchen ABCs. We are supported by Runza. We are celebrating International Women's Day, and we're celebrating all the accomplishments and women that have inspired us. And today, we have the director of the Omaha Children's Museum. We have Lindy Hoyer.
Hi, thanks for inviting me today.
So today we're gonna make cupcakes. And then our women staff members are going to decorate them. So we will show all the amazing women that make up the Omaha Children's Museum. So we have lots of ingredients out here. Oh my goodness, I have forgotten a couple of ingredients. I don't have any eggs or milk. What am I going to do?
We've got a grocery store right here in the museum.
Oh,
So we should check that out.
yes, that's a great idea. We're inside the grocery store at the Omaha Children's Museum. Do you think you could help us find some milk?
How about over here? Now where are we going to find those eggs, Cheryl?
I don't
See.
know.
Wait a minute, I have an idea. Don't we have chickens over in our barn?
We do.
Let's go
Good
see if
job.
they've laid some eggs this morning.
Okay.
Where are those chickens hiding out? Oh look, Cheryl, here's a nice red hen. She's laid 2 fresh eggs this morning. How many eggs do we need?
We just need 2.
All right, there they are.
That was such a good idea, Lindy. Now we can get started with our recipe. First thing we need to do is crack these eggs. Do you know how to crack an egg?
I do. I learned to cook and bake from my grandmother on my mother's side of the family, Grandma Kaiser. We spent hours together and she showed me her techniques, many of which I still use today.
We're going to add 2 eggs and then we have a cup of sugar. We're going to get this all mixed together. We're going to get it blended up and then we're going to add a stick of butter. Now this is at room temperature.
Wow, Cheryl, you're making this completely from scratch. That's amazing. Just how my grandmother taught me.
Now it needs to be soft so you don't get a whole bunch of little globs of butter. And now we need a teaspoon of vanilla.
Vanilla is one of my favorite flavors of everything. Many people are chocolate people. I'm a vanilla girl.
I like both. We're gonna put our dry ingredients in there.
Okay.
So we have 1.5 cups of flour.
So this is the 1 cup. And this is the half cup.
And then you need 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. That's what will make them light and fluffy.
Here is 1 teaspoon, and you do
Exactly.
slide it out there to get an exact measurement. And here's our half teaspoon.
And we need they say a pinch of salt. That's how my grandma and my mom cooked everything. But we think about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Don't put 1/8 of a cup in.
Here's our little pinch.
Now we can give that just a tiny little stir. Now we're going to put about half of that in here to start with. Okay, and then about half of the milk. We're going to use about 1/2 cup of milk altogether. Now I'm going to mix this up. I've learned from experience that if you start mixing with the flour on top, you're going to have a flour cloud. Okay, let me scrape the sides. Now, both my mom and grandma were excellent at baking. They were really good at pies. I love to watch my mom make pies, pie crust.
I never did master the art of the pie crust, much like my grandmother. I'll tell you a trick she told me. The pie crusts in the store were just as good as what she made. So, I have to be honest, I use store-bought pie crust when I make pie.
I still add to the tradition of making pies from scratch for Christmas. But one thing that was really fun, my mom took the leftover pie dough and rolled it out, put butter and cinnamon and sugar on it, and then cut them into strips. They were the best thing ever.
So I know you have grandchildren, Chef Cheryl. Do you bake with your grandchildren?
A few, but my sons and daughter-in-laws are really good cooks too, so they learn a lot from them.
I think learning to bake and cook is a great tradition to pass down.
So your batter's going to look something like this. You can spoon it just right into here. And you want to fill these about 2/3 full. You know what? It kind of makes a mess. So I have a trick here. So we put some dough already into a Ziploc bag and we're cutting the end off of it. You just squeeze, look what happens.
A lot less messy than spooning it out of the bowl. Kind of a lot of fun.
It is.
What would happen if I were to fill these cups too full, Cheryl?
Well, you're gonna get it overflowing. It will still taste delicious. You might not have as many as you would. This batter should make about 12 cupcakes. You want to try to get them about even so they all cook about the same.
Oh, this is so much easier. Thank you for teaching me this trick.
Do you have enough for one more?
I do.
Perfect
All right,
amount.
Cheryl.
They are ready to go in the oven. Now we're going to bake these in a 350-degree oven for 17 to 21 minutes. Oh, they smell so good. It looks like they're done. Look at that. Don't they look delicious? Purple is actually the official color of International Women's Day.
I'm decorating this house in memory of my grandmother, but also my 5 nieces who are growing up, learning to cook, becoming independent women. And so this is to encourage them to grab their butterfly wings and fly.